Alright guys, welcome to Happy Place Aquatics. So, I promised you a video with Aquarium Co-op sponge filters and a power head, so here we go. Here you see we have two large Aquarium Co-op sponge filter and a power head. There's the power head. You know, great price, great filters. I run these filters on a lot of my tanks. Now, a lot of things people don't know is you can actually improve on these. Take your top off, set it right here. You can actually take these apart like so. This goes into here. You can snap this into this one and you can stack them, and then you can take your intake. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed because, you know, fish room on a budget and I don't have a camera person. You snap this onto the top like so, and you have two sponge filters. Well, you can take this guy. Let's make this easier. Take this power head and connect it right here like so. And you'll get something that looks, I'll show you over here, like so. I currently have 3 Aquarium Co-op sponge filters on top of a power head in this one. I also have 2 in the back corner on this tank. That is the only thing, that's the only filtration in that tank. They're rated for 40 gallons. I have 5 of them in there. So we shall see how that does. It's actually doing pretty good in a 125. However, with these nasty guys, I have 3 stacked. I have a Marine Land 360. And then I have an Aqua Top FZ6. It's actually a great filter. It's quiet. It flows a lot of water. But that's just to keep these guys clean. But I primarily like to use sponge filters for the ease of how they come apart. Like I have some older style, more fine sponge filters in this tank and in this tank. But these ones are, I mean, these are fantastic. And once you have this on there, you really should try to do this one-handed. This is fun. I promise you it goes in there. I mean, I promise you it does. We'll make it easy. We'll set it on a hard surface. There. Sometimes you just don't have all the hands you need. And you now have filtration for up to 80 gallons according to the box. I actually had this set up, have this set up, I should say, in my Oscar tank. People claim Oscars are dirty fish. I have 3 of them. And if you don't overfeed them, they are not dirty fish. So that's what I like to do with them. I would love to talk to Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Guy is a genius. There's 2 people in the 4 individuals in the aquarium hobby that I follow on YouTube. Corey is one of them at Aquarium Co-op. The other one is Joey. Everybody knows the king of DIY. And you have John and Lisa Hudson at K&G Tropicals. I follow those people religiously. I like what they do. They're about the fish. They're not about the fame. And maybe a little bit, you know, here and there, but they more care about the fish and the hobby than they do, you know, all the fame. But that's a little information for you. However, the heater I put in here the other night is junk. I gotta find a better heater. Remember, buy cheap, buy twice. Update, this is gonna be a, I'm thinking about turning this either into a 40-gallon saltwater tank, or maybe I might try doing rams again. I did German blues at one point and blacks and lost every one of them. I don't think I was ready enough, and in my fish keeping to do it. And I'm going to repurpose this stand. It's going to make another stand for different tanks, minus this front board because it is split. I'm just going to repurpose it to make and hold 10-gallon tanks. But I do have a stand made for this tank. That is going to be trying to decide whether I want to do it saltwater or freshwater. I do have one saltwater tank, and I don't post it on here because it's my personal tank that I like looking at, and it's in my living room. So it's one of those things. I look at it and it's mine. So I may do that. I may. But if I do, it's going to be clownfish and banggai. For saltwater people, you all know what the banggais are. Banggai cardinal fish are beautiful. They're beautiful. And as you can see, I still have my walrus back here. They recognize me. They come to the glass when it's feeding time. They eat and they go on about their business. Very sad about this guy though. He's still eating, he's still swimming, he's still pooping, but he's just got the growth hanging out of him, and I don't like it. I'm gonna have to make the decision to possibly euthanize him. It's the hard part about the hobby that people don't like, is euthanizing fish. And it gets to be upsetting because you get attached to them and they're gone. Look at my Oscar back here. I moved him over to this tank and he is just out and about. He is currently chewing on something. I put some frozen krill in here. He's currently eating that and getting chased by a sevrum. This big guy, I got him eating on camera. It's awesome. He's a big dude. And I will show you what I was talking about with my Oscar running. Alright, this tank is a little messy, but it's not bad. But there is the sponge filter. It's a little messy. But that was actually just feeding time, so most of that is food. These fish are so active. I'm still trying to figure out what these little guys are. Some of them are getting blue color. They're just awesome. Oh, sorry. Gotta go over here to the guppy tank. I am a cichlid fan through and through. But for some reason, I love these little fish. Oh, she is getting chased and she is super pregnant. Like super pregnant. These guys are, yeah. There's little buttholes. But there's, you see down here, there's babies. I mean, they're everywhere in here. Yeah, that little guy just shot right in the camera. .2 degrees. They are breeding heavily. Don't always trust these. These things are terrible. They're cheap, but they work. But you get some that are accurate and some that are terrible. Don't trust them. Oh, one of my snails. I have no idea what kind of snail it is. If you know what it is, let me know, because I have no clue. I picked it up at a pet store that I will probably never step foot in again. I bought probably, I'm gonna say 70 fish from him, and I only have one left. I treated them, nothing I did worked, they all died. I do have these two ACI right here. I'm gonna probably move those in with the other ones. I love this guy. I love that albino. He's beautiful. I don't know what he is, but he's beautiful. All I know is he's a cichlid. So we'll sit here and look at these guys for a minute. I did just feed them, so they think every time I come to the tank it's food time. As you can see, there's still some food floating up at the top and some air bubbles, but mainly air bubbles. He's saying hi for the camera. Oh, look at that. These guys are being lazy today. Took all the plants out of the top. I think they were starving them for oxygen. I really do. Just did a fresh water change on it. This tank used to have sand in the bottom, so there's still remnants of it in there. But something's not, you just can't get it all out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all the happy jazz. Hit that notification button. That's a plus. That helps out a lot. And as you can see, there's toaster. Toaster is not part of the hobby. Be a nice way to turn that into like a little nano tank and put some shrimp in it. But I do have that 10-gallon that I just got the other day. I have a 5-gallon here. I have my rack of 10s. I'm gonna build another rack of 10s. Stay tuned, more coming. Thank you.